Hey guys, so it's Patrick here, and I got a question from a friend of mine named Claudius. So shout out to Claudius, who is studying um, for med school, and he asked me if I had any tips on how to build rapport and to be liked by the people that he was interviewing with. He said, in a very kind and gracious way, that all the people that I'd worked with, including himself at Tennis Canada, uh, enjoyed connecting with me, and so he wanted to learn how to develop a similar skill set. So here's how I respond to him, and I thought this might be helpful to somebody else. I don't know. It's not like I'm an expert on this or that I've studied it, but this is what I've gleaned over many years and many relationships. So here are a couple things that I thought were key to my own ability and my own success, if you want to call it that, in building rapport with people. The first thing was courtesy. I'm a true believer in the idea that a little kindness goes a long way with people, and that starts with simple things like politeness. Deliberately using the words please and thank you. Sets the table for respect and injects just kind of that element and that infusion of goodness into any kind of conversation that you might be having with somebody else. I think it also tends to convey the idea that you have a certain recognition of perhaps authority, and that you place value on people, and not just what they might represent in terms of your goals and accomplishing what you want to do in the connection that you have with them. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to show verbal interest in others, and you do that just by asking them about their stories, their lives, how their day has been, or if there are just ways in which the shared experience that you have with them is impacting them. I mean, this again speaks to you valuing them as individuals, and it begins to establish a person-to-person connection, not just a role-to-role or function-to-function kind of relationship. And it's important, I think, as well, that as much as you do this, you don't want to go overboard to the point where you're creepy about it. And that you actually pay attention to what it is they say to you or that they reveal to you. You can keep some of those details in mind so that later on in a conversation or a subsequent opportunity or meeting that you have with them, that you can bring them up, and that just kind of closes the loop on the personal dimension of the experience, and just says that you actually paid attention to who they are and where they are in life. And so if you say something like, I hope that your drive-through time at Tim Hortons is faster tomorrow than it was today. This kind of says that you were paying attention to what was going on in their current situation. So that's the second thing. And the third thing was that when you are dialoguing with somebody, or especially in for Claudius in an interview kind of session, but as you're talking with people in sort of whatever kind of project, whatever milieu you're dealing with, when you answer questions about your own accomplishments, your own abilities or skills, try to share credit with others to some degree, whether it's by acknowledging the work of the team that's gathered around you in meeting a certain goal, or that the skills that you've acquired have actually come about because of how patient and generous your teachers have been, or the people that you've had an opportunity to work with in terms of their willingness to share. Again, that rings of respect and recognizes the interconnectedness that's required in almost any kind of team setting for a group or company or a brand to succeed. Anyway, I hope that some of that might help. Again, they're just little tidbits. But in terms of building rapport with people, I think that those are things that can go a long way if you choose to invest them wisely. So I hope this is a help to you. If you have any questions, let me know. Maybe I can help.